heavy. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a if I could just make a dance that goes with this song, then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 20 carries, 53 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second down, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and short. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished 3rd overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
On first down, Murray, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And Murray's still down. Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. Open here, Adam Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The numbers for Thielen in that game last week. Unfortunately, his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he? No. So the plays he didn't make, that's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Again, it's Martin. They juked him, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Winston. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about Harvard, you know we're going to talk about academics, but in this case, let's talk about a big year Cameron Brate had in 2016, the tight end.
Finished with 57 catches, 660 yards, and also 8 scores. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. The Bucs last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, tied for 2nd fewest in the NFL. They've got it 1st and goal now. To throw, Winston. That's caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jason Witten, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. No, check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Green brings it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. They'll run it. Here's Cook. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run for it with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal now. So and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Marcel Reese, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Jameis to throw it. Drops it off to Martin. He'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Jameis on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. Powers ahead at the 45. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now let's go.
On second down, here's Keenum. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
I got 19. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They're going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Keenum. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Forbath will put this one through, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10.
Well, it's not unusual to know that Kyle Forbath has kicked for multiple NFL teams, right? Washington, New Orleans. Then he took over the Vikings job when Blair Walsh ended his tenure there when he was struggling. How about his start with the Vikings, though? Made 15 straight.
Yeah, he took over in Week 10, and you're right, hit every field goal the rest of the season. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. to the ground. This time Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go with Murray again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
That is caught at the 7. 23 yards on the play. First down and goal to go from the 7. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Goes underneath to Martin. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephen Weatherly in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Watch 32, watch 32. Ready, watch 25,
1st down, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this one complete to Witten over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Winston. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Winston. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Martin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they had to slot.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none. because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They start the drive with Martin. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll look to throw. Able to get away. And fights through. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Linval Joseph in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Evans has it left side. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Linval Joseph in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Winston. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
最後の日を